Today's topic here, we're going to be looking ahead to 2024. But first, we're going to look back at our 2023 and what we predicted. I watched our last year's episode.
As did I.
Yes.
Yeah, I threw it on for a bit too, mostly to see what I had to say. So I was like, what did I actually do?
Yeah, what did
I
we say?
do?
We had set goals for the podcast for the 2023 season, and I just had some bullet points here. It's like, we wanted to do more content on YouTube. We did that. We wanted to finish the Halo games and streams. Did not do that.
No. We're almost done, though.
We have to finish the one game, and I'm not playing through the other one. There's no fucking way I'm doing that.
Okay.
And the merch store, I had some big ambitions for the merch store. That didn't get done. It's too much money. I'm not going to do it.
Well, it's
There will be no
expensive, yeah.
merch. I don't want to hold the inventory. So no matter what it is, I will end up having piles of shit in the basement, and I'm not going to do it. So I'm not holding inventory. And then shipping it out myself, like myself going to the fucking couriers and shipping it out to people, I'm not doing that. So that's not good. The only way to do this is print to ship. That costs, what was it, like $400 a year or something, and they take
What?
care of everything.
$400 a year.
So like we'd have to sell X amount of t-shirts just to pay back the $400 that it is for the subscription. Like they hold your store. They have like all the t-shirts. They have all the stuff, all that stuff. And so when someone goes to your store on this website and they order, the company takes care of it all and ships it out and all that stuff. But it was like 300. It was a bit of much money, and we'd have to like make sure we sold X amount of shirts, right? It's not worth it. So unless we get like a crazy amount of followers that would
And demand, yeah.
and demand, like it's not gonna, merch ain't gonna happen. That's not on my goals for 2024. I can tell you that.
Okay.
Moving on.
So yeah, I had that written down about the video content. We did that. We didn't stream as much as we probably would have wanted to, but I really don't have the setup for it. Like I said before, I don't have 2 monitors. I only have one, and like, how the hell am I going to stream with one monitor? I have to alt tab to read the chat. I don't fucking think so.
You're putting my iPad up.
Yeah, I have to put my iPad. And yeah, I did do that, and then it goes to fucking sleep, and then I have to turn it back on. It's very annoying. But maybe I'll try. Okay, but there were some funny things to note here, Nasty Nate, about your resolutions. You said you would try not to swear so much, and that you would buy less games.
Survey said you
I
failed.
laughed out loud. I laughed out loud. I laughed out loud.
Because
And try to be more positive.
And try to be more
unprecedented how much money I spent on games this year. Unbelievable amount.
Are you
Opposite
gonna
direction.
tell us? Are you gonna tell us?
I'm
You
not gonna tell
failed
you the
your
amount.
gaming resolution.
Yes, definitely failed that. Oh, yeah. But like 2023 was insane. I don't think we're ever going to get a year like that.
That's
again.
true. That's true. That is true.
I have
Because
that
I was
down here.
looking forward. We'll discuss in a bit. 2024. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not really looking
like-
amazing.
I did say I spent more games than I ever could have. That was ridiculous. So I calculated it, and I think I don't want to say the amount. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I've now made countermeasures, so I can't spend that much money. Even though like 2024, there's no way. There's not enough games that are coming out that could ever make me want to spend that much money.
Yeah, no.
Now there's some stuff in movement where I'm gonna have like, I think I'm gonna get like a prepaid Visa, and every paycheck I'm gonna put X amount on the prepaid Visa, and that's my gaming money. You know what I mean?
That's my
That's it.
drug money, not my gaming
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. And then like if I can't buy the game with my prepaid Visa, that's it. No.
All
No.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
see how that
No,
goes.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Daniel, you made a prediction, and you were right about Starfield being released in the fall.
What?
And they had said,
Oh, nice.
Bethesda was
No,
saying
me.
it was.
That was me.
No, Daniel said he thinks the fall. You said winter. You said it wasn't going to come out this year. Actually, you didn't believe that it was going to come out
No,
2023.
I said quote unquote my Nostradamus point here. Okay.
It was Daniel who
Nate
said it.
was
He
right.
said fall.
I said they weren't going to release before summer, and we're not going to get a gaming showcase before summer. And both of those were right.
Okay, but
So you didn't
Daniel
say anything
said
about when
fall.
Starfield was coming
Yeah.
out.
You didn't. You said it wouldn't come out this in 2023. I'm pretty sure. You said no, it's not coming out this year. And then Daniel said, I think fall, and he was correct. It was fall. It was
Boom,
October,
shakalaka.
right? Or September. was September.
I said Starfield wouldn't release or showcase before summer 2023, and that's what I said about Starfield. I didn't say about
Okay.
releasing.
Well, whatever. Non-comparatively, my prediction was correct. I'll take it.
Yes,
But you were
true.
wrong because you said they were going to have a showcase before summer, and they did not.
Well, I might have been wrong about that, but at least I was right about one thing.
He was right about the release date. All right. What else?
Should we
got?
get a poll going? Should we get is it a pool? Should we get a pool going? A poll going about how much money Nathaniel actually spent on video games, and see if people can guess close, like Bob Barker, like some.
Yeah, we
And then
should.
we'll send out a prize to
I won't
whoever
say
gets closest.
I won't say the amount.
And then
I'll
he just
tell us
doesn't.
They're close.
Yeah, he just doesn't say
Yeah.
still.
2023, yes, was a huge year for release titles. I wrote down the ones that I was interested in, or the big AAAs / ones I've played, and there's probably tons more. I looked on Game Rant because Game Rant has a calendar of like every month. It's been crazy, but I looked at the promises I did make to myself, which was I'd like to play more Witcher 3, which I did. I played a lot more Witcher 3, and yet I still didn't beat it. I did play and beat Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I wanted to do that. And I did buy my OLED, right? So that's pretty sweet. I
Mhm.
got 3 down.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Games I thought I would play and did not were God of War Ragnarok, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Stray, and Callisto Protocol. So definitely didn't get to those.
Oh,
But I did
you
beat
gotta
more
play
games.
God of War.
I know. It's on there.
Holy.
But I did beat more games than I thought I would. And that's saying a lot for myself, which was Hogwarts Legacy, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Starfield. So I beat 3 games in 2023. That's not bad.
3
That's not bad
games.
for me.
Because you keep just playing Cyberpunk again.
Yeah, I do. And I'm working on beating that now, Phantom Liberty. Anyway, just a massive, massive list. So,
Yeah,
Jeez.
now for me, there was a big one out of our gaming predictions from 2023. We asked the game of the year winner, is it going to be one of these big hyped games, or is it going to be something that comes out of nowhere and takes the cake? Check it out, boys, if you want to rewind the clip. Game of the year came out of nowhere. We didn't mention the game of the year in any game list. No one knew Baldur's Gate 3 was coming out. Nobody.
We
And
knew
then
it
that
was
took-
coming out.
Yeah, but no one was like, oh, Baldur's Gate 3 gonna be better than Starfield. Like, no one saw that coming. And I'm gonna quote here. All these games, all these big games are going to fall short. There's gonna be a Rocky Balboa that comes out of nowhere and knocks it out of the park. And what happened?
Hmm.
I was right.
okay,
Nostradamus.
some clairvoyance.
I watched the whole episode. I don't remember that at all.
Well, that's because you didn't watch the entire episode.
I did.
Because you also missed how I didn't say that I knew when Starfield released. Also, I asked you guys, do we even think Xbox will be in the Game of the Year talks? Like,
Yeah.
Game of the Year
Yeah.
talks or nominations. And Jonathan's like, I think Starfield's going to be in the nominations for sure. And then Daniel's like, oh yeah, how could it not? And it wasn't even in the nominations for Game of the Year. Not even there.
Well,
Not even.
that was also
That's
before-
because fucking Resident Evil 4 or some bullshit took its spot. Like,
on Spider-Man 2.
yeah.
that was also before
Like,
we experienced the
Remakes.
new creation.
The remake
engine.
should not have been there. It shouldn't have been there. So it should have been there. So we should have been right. We should have been correct.
True.
Right?
I agree.
Like, remake can't win Game of the Year. I'm
Those
sorry.
Were, those were the big ones. But like the Baldur's Gate 3 thing, no one saw Baldur's Gate 3 coming in and taking Game of the Year.
That's true. There was like a month maybe before
Yeah.
it released that it was gaining
Like
kind of
some
hype
traction,
and
but-
some steam, you know? And I think that's when people were
That's
like,
because
oh,
they
this is
blew
supposed
all
to be
their
really
money
good.
on the development and all the voice actors, and they only had like a month worth of coin to promo
Yeah,
for
maybe.
marketing.
Maybe.
And it just took like a week after it released, like it blew
Yeah.
everyone's mind.
Well, they done good.
Okay.
Well, everyone was talking about how like Tears of the Kingdom was going to be like the best game of the year. Spider-Man 2, those expectations were. Well, Tears of the Kingdom was great, but like Spider-Man 2, my expectations, I kept them where they were. They were reasonably met. That was it.
It was the same game as the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was funny. I was laughing mostly at Nate's resolutions, but let's do 2024 then. We're going to talk about 2024, gaming resolutions, upcoming games, channel goals, predictions.
Yeah, let's start with the goals 2024. Do you guys have any goals for the podcast?
For
I got
the podcast, maybe not.
Couple.
But for the
Well,
channel.
for
For the channel.
for the brand, I guess.
For
you
the
could say.
brand. Okay, well, we've tried kind of separating, or we've started separating the podcast from the YouTube. We are now Elder Trolls Gaming on YouTube. We removed the podcast from the title, the podcast. We still will be putting our topics of conversation on there, but not full podcast episodes. So we started doing that, and we're going to keep doing that. It makes the video content more digestible. If people want to listen to the whole thing, of course they can on all of our podcast platforms. But I'd like to just keep going, doing stuff for YouTube, making fun videos like we've been doing, and just growing the channel, right? It's been pretty slow, but recently it picked up with the AI stuff, which is pretty cool. But now we can't even do that anymore.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate. So we'll see what happens. But I think last month we had like 200% increase from previous month. So that's good. Gaming resolutions. Do you have gaming resolutions this year? Other than not spending money on it?
Oh,
Are you doing it again this time?
yes.
No,
gonna do it again.
I'm not going to spend a lot of money on games this year. New Year's resolution.
There's a budget now. There's a budget. There's a budget for video
Next
games
year-
per month.
Next year,
Yeah,
he
we'll
tells
see
us he
next
had
year.
to pull out another line of credit just for video games as opposed to like a prepaid card.
Yeah. I found this great deal. on a line of credit.
My bank offered me $25,000
15%
line of credit.
interest.
I don't really have any other than maybe just play some games on the backlog, which, judging by the
Yeah.
upcoming games list in 2024, I think I'll have some time
Might
to do.
be
I'll be
possible,
able to
yeah.
do. Because there's just, from what I saw, I noted a few down, but there's not a whole lot that I am really, looking forward to.
There's a few that
Really?
that I am. That's for sure.
I'm just gonna, I have some named, but might be for all of us. Not
Well,
these
let's,
are not for me, like specifically. That's for sure.
Okay, let's find out. Because I wrote down.
Well, what about your gaming
games-
resolution? Do you have a gaming
Do you
resolution?
want to start? Okay, so no. I said I wrote down. I'm not making resolutions and disappointing myself more so than I realized I already have by looking back at 2023. I have goals, and of course, it's mostly just things that I want to play that are either that I haven't bought yet or that are on my backlog. But Marvel Spider-Man 2 is first on my list after I finish Phantom Liberty. I would like to also get back into Tears of the Kingdom
sell it to
because
you.
it kind of.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Why?
Didn't you beat it? Did you?
No,
beat
I
it?
did not.
Oh my god! What have you been doing?
It came out at a very awkward kind of time because it was on the eve of Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, which I could not resist. So it kept me company in Florida, and I played a lot of it. I got a couple of the what were they called again? Not like I don't know what they're called, what the term is, but I did a couple of those dungeons.
The temples.
The
temples.
temples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
temples.
So I've put quite a bit of hours in it. It's just that I'm not done yet. So I got to go back into that at one point. And I do look forward to that, but I just kind of wanted a fresh brain because I had just beat Breath of the Wild and I was like, I don't know yet. But then I took a break with Story of Seasons. And I put a lot of hours into that. But I would also like to start fresh with Baldur's Gate 3, I think, and dig deeper at some point. Because I don't know. I totally underestimated it when I started, and I don't know that I got on to. I don't feel like I got on with the game on the right foot, and I want to kind of just start fresh. So those are like my three, at least for my goals, for my gaming goals.
Okay.
It's not difficult
Wait.
to beat 3 games in 12 months, Dale. So
3?
I'm holding this to you.
Okay, wait. Tears of the Kingdom,
Well, let's say 2
What was the
because I
other
feel
one?
like Baldur's Gate would take me forever.
Baldur's Gate, and God of War Ragnarok. You have to play.
Actually, that I could. Yeah, that
I
I
would
could definitely
say
beat.
do
Did
that.
you beat 2018 God of War?
No,
No, I watched
You did?
recaps.
You
He
just
watched
watched
the
the recap.
recap.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
would say play God of War before Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man 2, you
Spider-Man 2
can wait. You can cut
Okay.
that off. God of War, 100% play it before
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
It's incredible.
Okay. As for podcast goals or channel goals, I already talked about it a little bit. I do want to just revamp our theme a little bit. I don't think we should change the music because I fucking love it and I think it's iconic. And when people listen to our show, they want to hear that tune, So maybe I'll just find ways to make it a little bit better.
It's fine.
And I can probably, actually
Make
probably
a
just
full,
throw
make
in.
a full like a full track of it, like a 3 minutes, like with a you know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll
Oh,
have
yeah.
we'll have an OST.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
that done in about 12 months for next year.
I can help with that with my sounds.
Yeah, your
Anyway,
ominous
that's
tones.
it. That's it for my goals anyway. I do have eventually we'll talk about some game releases we're perhaps looking forward to.
Yes, we're going to talk about some upcoming games now, unless Nathaniel had something else.
Yeah, for my game resolutions.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to stream
Spend
more.
less money.
Well, other than that, obviously. I'd like to stream more. It's actually pretty fun once you set up and once you're streaming.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun. And I've got 2 monitors, but my second monitor is off to my side. It's for my photography. So I've been using my phone on a little arm right beside my monitor that just has the chat, and it's been working perfectly. So I just take a look over to the side,
Okay.
and I can read the chat. So it's really good, really easy. Shout out to Leo in the Discord. He's been hopping on every one of my streams. Thanks, Leo. You
One
bomb.
viewer.
He just beat God of War 2018.
Oh,
And
wow.
he said he loved it. So now he's going to go play the PS3 God of Wars.
Oof.
Oh wow.
Because he doesn't have
And
a-
I
he
was
doesn't have a
watching
PlayStation.
some clips from the PS3 God of Wars. They look pretty nuts.
Yeah, apparently it's just insane.
Yeah, they look sweet.
Revenge stories. Anyway, shout out to Leo. Thanks for jumping on the stream. I only had a few viewers. He's always the one that pops in first to say hello. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But I want to do that more. The thing is, like, you don't know what game you want to play, right? Like, what game do people want to sit and watch you play for an hour and a half, 2 hours? I find that's the difficult decision
2
when
hours.
streaming.
Oof.
Yeah, I have a game that I think I want to try streaming that's upcoming, and it's
Oh,
supposed to
okay.
be coming out this month.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I'd like to stream a little bit more. Maybe when I get into the Armored Core 6 PvP stuff, maybe I'll stream that. We'll see. But definitely want to stream more. Maybe even find a way to stream on multiple platforms at once somehow without paying all that money to that stream company that you stream to this company and then they push it out to all the like Twitch, Kick, YouTube, yada yada. Because no one's watching on YouTube. I'm sorry. But then if no one's watching on YouTube, you can't get any traction on Twitch because
People are watching on YouTube.
yes,
Why not? The two-time fucking streams on YouTube, buddy.
Blockbuster.
Two-time
Video game
1993-94 Blockbuster video game champion. He's on YouTube, and 30,000 people watch him. Okay.
Now that we
Yeah,
have
well,
300
he's-
plus subscribers, the more you get and the more you go live, they'll get those notifications.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, so definitely we'll do that. I think that was. I want to do more reviews on the YouTube channel because the reviews have been pretty cool. I want to make them shorter. Right now they're around like 8 to 10 minutes. It's a bit long. for
That's
a
not
review.
long. That's fine. I think 8 to 10.
You think
minutes.
so?
Yes.
I kind of wanted to switch it to about 5-6 minutes.
Man, there's way longer reviews than that.
Yeah, I suppose. But I've enjoyed doing the reviews. They are my opinions. The Lords of the Fallen, the comments on that review video, they're telling me that I am wrong. But you know what? I don't care. Okay, the game is how I
Really?
saw it
I didn't
and
see
how I
many of
played it.
those.
Oh my god, yeah. They're like, you must be crazy. Oh, it's like this game is easily a 9, easily an 8. Like, no, not the way I played it. Not the fucking version I played. Anyway, but like, I even told them, I was like, you know what? I'll come back to it next year after like 40 patches have been done to it, and I'll re-review. I'll do a quick re-review of it and see if my opinions change.
That's funny, actually.
But yeah, that's that. As for gaming, like games, just the buying of too many.
That's gonna stop.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. My excuse though is because 2023 was just unbelievable,
well, yes.
and I don't think we're gonna have a year like that for a very long time. So I spent a lot of money last year. In my defense, this kind of video game year only comes around every so often.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
There were
We
like,
should-
freaking Hogwarts
We should
Legacy,
hold a poll. We should hold a poll.
Tears of
what
the Kingdom.
game Daniel should play next.
Diablo, Starfield,
Daniel.
Baldur's Gate,
Oh,
Cyberpunk.
Like Daniel should between God of War, finish Tears of the Kingdom, or I guess
Like, what's next?
Spider-Man 2 you could put on there. Yeah, I think God of War would win.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, probably.
Although you already started Tears of the Kingdom, so you may as well finish it and then do God of War.
Well, I started
I was
God of
gonna
War
finish
too. I'm
Cyberpunk,
like
'cause we're gonna
7
do an
hours
episode
into
of
God
it.
of War.
Oh, are you?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I got to
okay.
that.
Even remember what the hell you were doing.
I got to that tropical place with like the
Oh, okay,
rivers
okay.
and the volcanic
yeah.
area.
Okay, so let's talk about some upcoming games then.
Yes.
I looked through the list. I've only got one game that
Oh, really?
I really care about.
Is it Pal World? Because that's supposed to come out this month.
That wasn't on the fucking calendar in Games Radar.
Well,
yeah.
they're
So
wrong.
add that to the list, I guess. 2 games.
It's supposed to come to early access according to Steam this month. So I want to play that for sure. It's probably the one that I want to play most, that I've been, I would say, tracking, I guess, for the longest of this whole list. Pal World. Now, I think I'm going to stream that. That would be funny to stream. Because it'd be
That'd
like,
pretty cool.
like what people wouldn't know what it is. It's like, what is this? It's like a Pokemon game, but it's a little twisted. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a little twisted.
They have like guns and stuff. And that's funny. It looks very funny.
It looks good too. Like graphically, it looks good. You
Yeah,
know?
it looks
Yeah.
very cool. So hopefully that comes out soon. I have February here. We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Not interested.
I do want to play it eventually because I actually was playing Remake and I was like, I actually didn't want to finish it because then I would have to have like nothing to play because it's, the next one is not out yet. And that kind of like, I actually don't even think I knew when I started playing it that they were doing it in 3 games. I was like, well, that kind of sucks. Like now I can't finish it. I can't play it from start to finish. I have to wait for 3 games now.
See, that's why I might wait until they've all come out with all the DLC, all the
Yeah,
games in
I
one
might
massive
too.
pack. For
I'm just mentioning it. I'm just mentioning, okay? It's mentioned. Next, Daniel, Skull and Bones in February. Is that
I
February?
did write it down. Yeah.
I
well,
played
that
it.
Did write it down.
I played
one
the
is for
open. I
Randolph.
played the beta, the invite only beta.
Oh,
Mm.
really? How
Well,
was it?
I
Yeah, it was okay.
yeah.
It was cool.
I wrote.
I didn't really know what they were trying to do with it because they'd only give you like a couple hours, like in the
Yeah.
story.
Despite its controversy, I am still very curious to at least try it. That's what I have written down for my first one. That it would just it's going to depend on the price, man. Like I don't really want to spend $90 fucking on it. But
No,
I don't think so.
I'm not saying that when it comes out, I want to try it. Maybe sometime in 2024. Yes, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Do you have anything in these months? Nothing?
I have. What about Rise of the Ronin?
What's that?
It's like another samurai game, but it takes place in the 19th century, so it's like 1800s Japan, when I'm assuming the Meiji era is when they kind of became quote unquote a civilized country and they got rid of, swords and shit like that and they started outlawing
Like
that
in
stuff
Blue Eye
and-
Samurai.
and-
They were.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
being
that-
or
besides
the
the
Last
guns.
Samurai.
Blue Eyed Samurai 1600s.
Oh, there's guns in it. It's like late 1800s.
Oh, okay.
Well, it
Oh,
depends because
man,
there were still
Blue Eye
guns in
Samurai was good.
1600. It's just that they were very primitive. However, but
Okay,
this one I think is
sorry.
1800s.
Maybe it was. Yeah, it was like when the guns first.
Started
there.
getting
Yeah.
or the guy was
Oh, yeah.
trying to take
Mhm.
over the shogunate and sell his guns.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good, Daniel. You got to watch Blue Eyed Samurai.
Hmm.
So yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Okay, so Rise of the Ronin. When's
There's
that supposed to
potential
come out?
there. I don't remember the I think it's something like the spring. But I was looking at pictures and I remember watching videos and I was like, okay, like it doesn't quite look as
It doesn't look good.
stunning as
Like,
something
yeah,
like Ghost of
graphically
Tsushima or
it is.
whatever. But there could be potential. I
Okay,
still
okay.
again,
I think I
it's one
recall
of those
this
things-
from the. Was this on one of the showcases?
yeah,
Yeah.
one of the showcases.
Okay,
I would
yeah.
at least like to try this as well. Like I have to try it. It would be cool.
Okay, I
So,
do recall.
There,
It now.
that's on my list.
All right.
What else do you guys got?
We got Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, here we go. This is the
March. This is probably going to be the biggest game of the
one.
year.
I think this is the biggest game of the year here. This one. It's really like I watched that 15-minute gameplay video they released the other day.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, it looks good. It looks so good.
Yeah,
and
it looks really cool.
It's the first time I can say that I'm excited for a Capcom game. I never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, but it's not like a typical Capcom game, I feel.
It will be once you get into it. It's going to be like Monster Hunter, like
I don't know.
like the way they do their games. It's going to be the way that Capcom does it.
It doesn't seem very like Japanese like Capcom games are, with the weird singing and the fucking weird
it's definitely
music.
going to have that shit. You'll wait. It's Capcom. But from what it looks like right now, it looks phenomenal. Like climbing on the trolls and just
Yeah,
stabbing
climbing on the
fucking
trolls.
Man, it's so good. But yeah, I think that
Dragon's
was like the
Dogma
only
will
game.
be 4 times bigger than the original, according to Nice Gamer.
I'm hacking away at the first one. Like I just play it on my Switch when I'm taking a shit or when I'm just lying on the couch. Just throw it on for like an hour, run through, hack some things, shit like that.
Pam loves
Jeez,
that
man.
game. Loved it.
TMI.
I watched her play it a bunch. She was like fighting these massive dragons and shit. I was
Mhm.
like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it should be crazy. Should be good. Should be a big one. That's probably the biggest one on this list. We got Black Myth Wukong. You gonna try this?
Unreal Engine 5 game? Nope.
Yep, Unreal
Don't
Engine
do it.
5 in August. It looks very good.
They all do.
Yeah.
All the Unreal Engine 5 games do. But then when
What
you
is it
start playing
called?
it on your computer, it's gonna take a big shit.
hmm
Black,
Black
Myth,
Myth
Wukong.
Wukong. Yeah.
I think it's a Dark
It's about
Souls.
the Monkey King.
It's like a Souls-like Monkey King.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is it Souls-like? Is it supposed to be like that? Oh, I won't.
Oh great, another one.
All right, then. Let's move on. Blue Protocol. What do you think about Blue Protocol? TBA.
This is the anime one? Was
Yeah,
this
the MMO anime. Could be cool.
Is this
Look-
another Star Rail
MMO.
fucking
No.
gotcha Genshin Impact shit?
I don't know.
Because if it
I don't
is,
know.
not interested.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. But it looked the art style looks cool.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's going to be like free to play or what, but they did get rid of the titty jiggle shake button for North
Yeah.
America, which is certainly unfortunate.
Hopefully,
And,
modders can add that back.
maybe the
mean,
modders.
That
will
is a
add it back.
weird. That is a weird concept. A button
I
just
know.
to see the jiggle. Is that what that was
Oh yeah.
in character
Yeah.
creation? But it's still in the game though, right? Like if your character's running or whatever, right?
That we don't know, I guess.
I don't know.
If they
The
took
button
out jiggling
in the character
forever.
creation, they got rid of it.
If it's just that, I'll let that go.
Well,
If-
that's
well,
yeah. Sure.
If my female boobs still jiggle when I'm running around the anime world.
yeah, well, I mean that's just
Great.
that's just good sense. That's just realistic.
That's
What about
just
in the
good
character
sense.
creation whenever you turn the camera really fast? Will it jiggle then?
No, it depends because if you're turning your character, then yes.
I
'cause there's
downloaded the
physics
character
on your
creation.
character.
Oh, you did?
If you're turning,
Yeah,
if you're
that's
just
what I
turning the
did.
camera, your
Oh.
boobs shouldn't shake. If you're
Yeah, they
turning
don't.
your
You're just turning
character,
you're turning the character, not the camera.
Yeah, when you turn the character, right? And you stop, they should jiggle a little bit.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Uh,
I mean, there's physics.
We'll see. We'll see how much
How good is your
jiggling
physics
happens.
engine?
Yeah. Next I have X Defiant by Ubisoft.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be
I-
cool.
I want to play that. I don't know when it's coming out.
Hopefully it's a free to play. Is it going to be a free to play?
I think so, yeah. It might be.
Better be.
But I had fun playing the beta. It felt really good. I will play it when it comes out. Hopefully the servers are not like what they were in the beta because it was horrible. Um, Sometimes when it was working though, it felt very good and it was
Yeah.
fun.
It was fun. Very fun. Yeah.
We got Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Damn, I
I
keep
haven't even
forgetting
played the
about that
first one.
game.
I played the first one. It was good. It's short. It's interesting for sure. Very cool vibe. You know what I'm saying? Very cool, like,
I think I played like an hour.
and it's like it's that Norse mythology and shit. That's fucking cool, man. That's
Yeah.
fucking cool. Do you have anything else on the list?
Not
There's Star
released,
Wars.
like not officially announced. Coming out 2024.
Star Wars
Mm.
Outlaws.
What's that?
Remember that one that came up on the showcase that looked like third-person action?
That's from Ubisoft, right? They're doing a Star Wars game. That's the Star
Was
Wars
it?
game. Ubisoft.
I don't know. I didn't have it. I don't care about Star Wars games really.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but it was it could be very sick. So we shall find out. Also, Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria to be announced for Series X. The dwarf building one. Who knows? I
yeah.
will
God.
try it, and maybe
you
I
won't.
won't hate it, and I'll actually have fun playing a Lord of the Rings game for the first time in 10 years. We shall see.
Oh my god. All right. What about the Plucky Squire? I got the Plucky Squire. Remember that one? It was on a showcase like a while back, one of the game shows this year, and it was like a 2D mixed with 3D. You would like jump off a 2D page and into
Oh,
like the
yeah.
3D world.
Yeah.
I want to play
looks
that.
cool. That looks
Still no release date. But other than that, guys, I don't know. I
Huh.
didn't really
Yeah.
see anything.
It's going to be a quiet year, you know? Well, I think
It
it's going to
is.
be a quiet
I mean,
year.
there's a lot of games coming out, but
But we also have to remember
the hype
why
is
it
not
might
there.
be a quiet year is because everyone lost their jobs. There was so many layoffs and firings happening in the gaming industry in 2023. Insane amounts. I think it could have been all because of the COVID influx where everyone was pushing their game and everyone wanted to release on 2023. A quarter of those games got the revenue back in which they used to make the games. So like,
Mm.
you know what happens? Like all that shit coming down the pipe and
So maybe this is a year of the backlog. Maybe this
I
could be
believe
a
so.
year for your backlog.
or I can play my 1,000 games I bought.
Yeah. Or a multiplayer year.
Fuck.
A multiplayer year. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's the only really big one that I'm looking forward to is Dogma. Really.
yeah. I mean,
And
that's
then-
the biggest one on this list, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and Pal
Hmm.
World, of course.
Unless, something comes out of nowhere, like a Rocky Balboa story takes the game of the year this year.
Like Grand Theft Auto 6.
I wanna
Surprise
see that for
drop.
20 years. When is that?
Yeah.
2027, they said? 2026?
2025.
No.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. Yeah.
No way. Is that what they said?
2025. Yes.
Did you guys?
Is that, like,
uh, 2
is
years
that the,
away
is that the
almost.
PS5 Pro coming out 2025?
Well, let's get into predictions then. What do you think
Okay.
about what do you think about that? We got a new Nintendo console this year.
This is what I want to talk about.
Will it come or
Yes.
they'll definitely announce it for sure. I'm predicting they're going to be announced spring.
Nintendo does like spring.
Yes.
They're going to be announcing a new Nintendo console in spring of this year. I'm telling you right now.
Well, I also had that on my list here. I have.
Oh,
people-
really?
I say announce. Oh, you say spring.
Mhm.
I say announce before summer. I said that. But release for Christmas holidays this year.
This year.
They're gonna make that Christmas money because
So
no
you're
one else is
thinking-
because everything else is it's all sleeping this year. Everyone's sleeping, and then Nintendo's gonna come out with a new console with no competition. Everyone's gonna have to spend their money on Nintendo.
True.
That's
Smart.
what's gonna happen.
It's genius,
There's no
really.
crazy games coming out this year, so Nintendo's like, oh yeah, we put this out for holiday season.
You think they have like a
Fucking better
Zelda
believe it.
game ready to go?
There's gonna be I predict a new Pokemon game will release with.
Well, obviously.
Yeah,
Because
not
great.
it.
the
Another
last one,
fucking Pokemon
the last one,
game.
the last one's already a year old almost. So right,
Yeah. Well,
and they come out with one every year.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
well,
let's hope it
well,
looks better and plays better than the last one I played, okay?
Yeah,
Last one played like shit, but it looked great. I loved it. I want it back. I've been
could've done
trying
better.
to trade my Brilliant Diamond for a Violet for the past like 6 months. and
I'll
no one's
sell you
taken it
mine.
off.
You can just
What do you
trade
have?
in your. I have Violet.
Oh yeah, I'll take that. Do you want to predict the tech in the Switch too?
Oh,
Here's what I think. Well, we obviously know it's coming with a new Nvidia chip. Not new, newer.
what Nvidia chip? Do we know this? What do we know?
I don't know.
You know this?
I know it's going to be it's a new Nvidia chip.
Oh,
It's going to be. What I predict is a lot of the games are going to use the new DLSS 3. Okay, these games are going to look great on the new Switch. They're going to look great. It's going to have 1080p screen. Okay, it's going to look the same. It's going to look the same as the Switch. They're not going to get anywhere too crazy anymore because the Switch was almost like
is it going to be
perfect
called
handheld.
Switch 2?
Yeah,
Switch
Switch 2?
2?
it's going to have better controllers. You know,
I
maybe
don't
a
know
little
if they'll
bit,
switch
maybe
2.
a little
I don't know
bit
if they'll do
bigger
Switch 2.
screen. What
I
do you
don't,
mean?
they've never ever had a console named something 2, have they?
Yeah,
Switch
okay.
Plus.
It'll be something new. It'll be called
But-
something new.
But it's not going to
Flick.
be something. It's going to be an
Nintendo Flick.
iteration of the Switch because the Switch is almost perfect. It's almost perfect handheld, if not the most perfect, because of all the
Mm.
shit it can do. You know what I mean? It's just technically it's not there. Technically, it's garbage, right? So if they can make this machine last with all these upscaling tech, man, it's going to be good. It's going to look good. It's going to be able to play AAA titles in 1080p with the DLSS upscaling technology. It's going to be sick.
Frame
Yup.
generation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. If they can put all that stuff in there, this is going to be the best thing since sliced
Sliced
bread.
bread.
Name it right there.
Okay. Yeah, I can
now,
see it.
will they release it with a goddamn OLED screen out of the gate? What's your prediction on that? I say no.
No, to keep the costs down, they will not.
But they're gonna have to release an OLED version to keep that money train rolling.
I
And
don't
I
really
think
give a shit about an OLED version
Oh, man.
handheld. Like, who
well,
cares?
but you haven't fucking played. Have you played my OLED Switch? You can't say that. It's awesome.
I don't care.
Yeah,
So-
but like
I don't
I have an OLED
care.
TV, so what if I hook it up to my TV and then I'm technically playing an OLED Switch?
There you go. He's got a giant OLED Switch.
So do I. I have an even gianter OLED Switch, but I still play the Switch on my OLED screen, and it's fantastic. Like when I'm outside, fantastic. I don't know if I'll
Okay.
buy it straight up with the LCD screen. I might wait.
That's
for
not
the
something
OLED.
I care about. I'll get it right away. I will get it. I'll get
Oh,
rid of mine.
okay.
I'll get it. And I'm going to play DLSS 3, as you say, Pokemon Frame Generation, Open
Mhm.
World 3D,
It's gonna be good. I think this
and
is
a new Zelda game.
it's gonna be good.
Okay. There's our prediction. We're gonna have a Nintendo console by the end of the year. A new one is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What about PlayStation, Xbox, new hardware iterations, PS5 Pro, Xbox, something else, Series X, Triple X, L,
I don't
enhanced.
think we're gonna see the next iterations of the Xbox. Maybe some stupid like slim bullshit for the Xbox.
Didn't they come out with the black one already?
Not for the Series S, I think.
Oh, so there's gonna be a Series X one. There's got to be.
Maybe they'll because the Series X isn't even that big, if I remember correctly, right?
No,
Not that big.
Yeah, but they're gonna have some kind of X enhanced Series X Pro. It
I don't-
always happens.
I think that's only coming out around the same time as Grand Theft Auto because Grand Theft Auto is gonna sell those new.
Okay,
Pro
so
consoles.
nothing from PS5 and Xbox. Okay.
No, maybe some stupid accessories that no one is gonna give a shit about.
Are there any predictions involving AI and gaming? We had the finals using AI for the announcer in the game.
How much bullshit they've gotten over that?
Yeah, there
all
was
the
some
Flack back. And then,
backlash.
yeah. And then the little picture that Xbox tweeted that was AI generated, everyone jumped down their throat for that. So
Picture of what?
So you think it's a stigma then?
I think it's a stigma taboo. I don't think
So it's not going to happen.
they're not going to
one's-
they're not going to announce that they're using like crazy new AI generated shit in games.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, "Oh, we've created this new way of how NPCs talk and whatever." But they won't tell you how they did, just so they don't.
Yeah, because why?
Come back.
What does it matter? You know, like if I don't
What
care,
does it matter if?
I care about the product.
What
Because
does
a lot
it
of
matter
people
if they
care about-
made AI fucking for an announcer in the finals? Like, who cares?
Because a lot of people, losing
It's
their jobs
adaptive.
all year.
yeah, but it's not
That's the
sampled off
problem.
of somebody.
That is no. Well, it's AI generated, so no.
It's not
Right?
based off of somebody. Usually, it has
No.
to be sampled off of somebody.
Not whether AI, because technically, are those images you're generating based on something?
Some of them.
Okay, well, that's what they're fighting against. All those creators and artists, and they don't want their shit being scraped by the AI. Okay, so
I
now,
see what you mean.
so now this AI has to create a voice, tones, voices, lines, everything on its own in that game. And then by doing that, they're not hiring people to keep, people in jobs, right? So now if all these gaming companies start using AI for all the shit that they can use it for, there's going to be a lot more jobs that aren't going to be filled.
Yeah,
And the
but
cost of gaming is not going to even go down for the consumer. It's going to go up. Maximum, what is it, Daniel? Minimum effort, maximum satisfaction.
Well, yeah.
maximum.
I mean, if
profits.
they don't spend as
Maximum
much
profits.
money developing games because they're using AI, and they're like, well, what if we increase the price and then our profit margins skyrocket? So I don't know, but yeah, I have a feeling that it'll be controversial just
Well.
for that reason, because the video game development field is a very creative field with a lot of human beings at play at stake. So I think a lot of people are going to be, provided it becomes this massive issue and this big thing, I think a lot of people are going to be up in arms about it. Because it's still pretty divisive even now. Like the art field, like AI art versus human art, like it's very divided right down the middle. Like there's tons of people that use it and are adapting, and there's tons of people who aren't, and they're like, no, that's blasphemy type thing. So that's just going to bleed into the development world, I think, because
We've
driven
learned
by
with AI
human
art,
creatives.
it's not going to replace an artist. If you want a picture of Kratos versus Shao Kahn
It's true, yeah. Right
with
now,
the
it's
blades of chaos attacking each other, you have
Yeah,
to
but
have
that's just
a
us
person
as-
drawing that.
That's just us as schlubs fooling around with AI. Like if you're paid in a project paid to figure this out and make it the best you can, I'm sure there's people in these gaming.
Yeah, but you
companies and
could
shit
pay
that
an
can
artist
really-
to do it in less time.
Yeah. Well, not when they build all these assets, all these AI assets and prompts and commands and all this shit, so they could spew that across X amount of games. You know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do. Yeah, I think Blizzard has already started AI image generation for a lot of their Diablo stuff. Like,
Really?
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Okay, there's the predictions. That's it. I think that's it. That's all we got. That's all we got for this episode.
So is it going to be a bleak 2024? Or is it going to be depressing?
I mean, I don't think
I'm
there's
okay
going to
with
be
it.
much.
There's so many fucking games to catch up on, man. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
Yeah.
Give me
Cool.
a break.
I actually could go for a down year, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the consensus through a lot of.
Although we won't have much
Especially-
to talk about then.
Especially after this year.
Well,
Because like it wasn't
Yes.
just one game that came out this year where we were all just playing that, and that was it. Like that was the biggest AAA game. Like there were fucking 7,
Oh, yeah.
8 of them.
once a month.
And
there
I
was
didn't even
something.
get to all of those. So yeah, I'll be fine.
That just makes us need to figure out what we're going to do for our episodes more now. We've got a few in the back pocket, I think, that are going to be be fun.
No,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
just talk about retro gaming.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no, we're not retro gaming.
God,
here.
no.
God.
No. Please, God, no. Okay, well, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Give us a rating or review on Spotify or Apple or your platform of choice if you could. Please, just do it.
Yeah,
It'll
please.
2 seconds. Just do it.
Also, if you don't follow us on YouTube and you're following us on the podcast, do yourself a favor and go and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube. We're working hard. I spend hours ruining my body sitting in this
Yeah.
chair.
For what?
Hours video editing. For what purpose? Please give me some kind of purpose.
You pass butter. Oh my God.
If you have anything you want to share with us, you can always leave us a comment on the video or tweet us. But yeah, thanks again, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Peace.
See ya.